일단은 한 1.5km 전방에서 그 표를 사가지고 아마 다시 들어가야 되는 그런 시스템인 것 같아요. 야, 아니 그 지갑 못 이 카메라 찍는데 45페소를 또 돈을 내려고 그러네. 이 뭐하는 동네야 이거. 멕시코 대단하네. 예. 그리고 저는 1시간 투어의 가이드를 오늘 섭외를 했습니다. What's your name?
Belen.
Belen.
Belen, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hola. Yeah.
Thank you for coming. Palenque.
Okay.
You are in Palenque. Beautiful.
Okay.
Maya archaeological site. Okay.
Okay.
Inside, you want, it's possible to take out the mask. Only you want. Okay. Because now it's open area.
We can take the mask. Okay.
It's possible now. Because it's an open area here. And the weather in Palenque, tropical rainforest. We have a lot of raining, a lot of sun, and then a lot of humidity. This is why we have this kind of jungle, very high trees. You know, very high trees, 15 or 20 meters, and sometimes more than 60 meters. Very high. Everything grow very huge and very fast. Okay.
And then
we
have to map this.
You want? It's possible to explain. You know the map?
Yeah, I think we just follow the trail.
맵을 한번 보고 가겠습니다.
Because this is a professional map, part of the professional map, because we know in Palenque we have like a 1,500 Maya temples. But today 1,500.
1,500 Maya temples in here.
Maya temples, sí. But today just 5% is the open area in Palenque.
Just 5%?
Just 5% is the open area in Palenque. The rest of the city is still covered with jungle, admittedly of the jungle. This is why the most important temples, Temple of the Inscriptions, Red Queen, the Palace, and Plaza of the Cross.
Okay.
What is possible to
I
explain?
heard that is they have the bathroom in here, right? Sauna?
Saunas right here. Well, yes, in the palace, Pacal have 3 saunas.
We can go there today?
Unfortunately, all the temples in Palenque is closed. Before the pandemic, was possible to climb some, not at all, but some. Today, all the temples is not allowed to climb it. It's closed. All the temples is closed.
Today closed?
All the
we
temples.
We can't see that?
Unfortunately, no. All the temples. Before the pandemic, was possible to climb in the palace, Red Queen, and the temple of the Plaza of the Cross. Today is closed. All the temples. Yes, watch out behind you.
Okay.
Okay, this way. Probably you.
Okay.
Now, this is just the beginnings. Temple of the skull. You know, a skeleton of the face. It's possible to see the first example of the main art in Palenque was modeled in a stucco. You know, the Maya plaster or the Maya cement. Please look at on the left of the temple. Can you see the door? Now move your eyes in the same door on the right side and the column or the pillar, and later down your eyes on the bottom. At the bottom, it's possible to see the skull modeled in a stucco.
Right.
The Maya plaster. Let me introduce the god of the dead. His name is Apuch.
Approach.
In Maya Chol.
Maya.
In Maya Chol.
Maya Chol.
In this temple, the Mayas worship to this god. They did rituals, ceremonies, or human sacrifice.
A ceremony?
See, and human sacrifice too. You know, human sacrifice.
Okay.
No? Because this is original. It's no replica. Palenque is very older city. Lived in the classical period, 200, 900 after Christ.
200?
200, 900.
900
after Christ. And it's the best time for this civilization. Well, I have this picture because you can imagine better how looks the city in the best times. You know, all the temples look completely covered with this stucco, the Maya plaster, and modeled art, And later the city was painted with red colors because red color represented power,
Really?
life, and blood.
Okay.
Later, we talk,
now we can see the red color, right?
in some places the remains the blue color. In some
the
places.
blue color.
The blue and the red color. In the palace, in some places, it's possible to see the remains, the famous blue Maya, and far away.
A famous blue Maya, right?
Blue, you know, like a turquoise. You know the
First time I heard
turquoise.
that.
The city looks powerful in the best time in the city.
Okay,
I show you picture.
Okay.
Well, the most important temple in Palenque, big ones, Templo of the Inscriptions. Inscription is the Pacal,
Pacal, the king of the Pacal, right?
The Pacal tomb. He was the most important government here. You know, they don't have a king. They have governments. The organization were cities-state independientes. This is why Palenque had several governments, but Pacal
Pacal, the king of the West Bass, right?
leader, you know, government. He was leader, spiritual. Discovery a secret chamber.
1948.
1948. Discovery a secret chamber on the floor, inside stairs in this position. But these stairs, archaeology discovery covered with mud, with stone, with offlet. These men, with the local people, take 4 years, more or less, to clean very slowly all of this down the stair, and then to reach the temple base. In this place, archaeology discovery a room. Remember the arch?
Yeah. Arch.
This is the coffin and a deal. This is original, and this is a replica. You understand better, okay?
Yeah.
Because this is the Pacal coffin.
Okay.
Just 1 stone.
Yeah.
But this stone weighs like a 15 or 20 tons. 15 or 20 tons.
15 or 20
tons. Very heavy.
How can they bring there? How can?
Well, by forehead. Maybe you saw the local people carry everything by forehead with a rope in your back, like this. I have this picture. You understand better. All of these stones was carried by forehead.
Unbelievable. 20 tons. How can
15 or
they
20.
do that?
Many people carry, many people push, and they need to put pieces of trees under this heavy stone, the Pacal tomb. You know, other important thing about this temple is the names, inscriptions, and is because behind the columns, inside on the wall, there are 3 big original stone slabs with 620 inscriptions.
620?
620, a lot. But the most important, look at the roof. Very high
Pacal's
roof.
casa.
Pacal Casa.
Okay.
Yes. A patio. In this patio, Pacal have 3 saunas. You know saunas?
Sauna.
Saunas.
Okay.
And then
3 sauna.
3 saunas and then 3 toilets.
3 toilets.
With drainage systems.
Aha.
The drainage systems end 200 meters north down in a big hole with a limestones,
Limestone.
like a fossa septics we use now. In Europe, in this period, the Pacal times, they don't have drainage systems.
Okay.
They have big problems. They don't have drainage systems in Europe. Pacal, toilet, saunas, drainage systems, and all the palace have drainage systems and still work more than 1,000 years ago. The Mayas, sí, mucho tiempo. In the beginnings, the names of this city was La Camha, no Palenque, La Camha is
La Camha.
La Camha
Uh-huh.
is in
That
Maya
is the
shul.
Palenque.
Palenque is when the Spanish came,
Uh-huh.
they changed the name, you know. But in the beginning, La Camha,
La
and
Camha.
means place with a lot of waters or big waters.
A lot, big water.
When the Spanish came and discovered Palenque, abandoned and covered with trees, they changed the names for Palenque.
Palenque.
Then Palenque means palisade or place with a lot of palos or trees. Remember, when the Spanish came, discovered everything covered with jungle,
Okay.
with trees. This is why the names.
Okay.
The local people drink about this water.
A spring water in there. Local people is drink this water, right? Okay. 여기 또 있네. 뭐 이 정글 속에 모든 저 사원들이 숨어 있습니다. 그래서 저 이야기 듣기로는 저 뒤에 그 정글 뒤에도 이런 템플이 있는데 지금은 이제 정글에 가려진 형태로 존재한다고 하고요. 물론 여기 개발된 것도 다 정글 속에 가려진 것들을 다시 발견해서 리빌트 다시 지어놓은 것이라고 해요. 그러니까 위에 탑만 남아있던 것들이 발견이 돼서 다시 리빌트한 것이라고 그러고요. 곳곳에 이렇게 산재되어 있습니다.
예, 요 너머에 넘어가면은 또 세계 커다란 사원이 있다고 그래서 쪽으로 넘어가고 있는데 이곳이 보시다시피 와 너무 시원합니다.
Okay, now we are here. This is a religious place. Okay, a religious place because when Pakal died, his son, Gambalan, continues his job in the city. And then he sent to build these three important temples, but only for pray gods. Templo of the Cross.
Templo of the Cross.
The Mayas prayed rain god, Chak, important god, you know, Chak, the rain god. And the temple represent the sky, the most high temple. The other, Templo of the Folia Cross.
Folia Cross.
Folia Cross because inside the Maya represented the holy plant of the corn. You know maize? Maize?
Mais.
Maize, you know corn? The Mexican people elaborate tortilla.
Yeah, tortilla.
Holy thing, you know, maize.
Mais.
And the Mayas, for the Mayas, the maize was a god. Important, very important. The maize was a holy. Represented the plant of the corn in cross. Temple. You know, Templo of the Sun.
Temple of the Sun.
Bec-
Temple of the Sun.
in a shield, face of the god to the jaguar, to the underworlds. The
Jaguar?
The jaguar. The jaguar was very important in this civilization because they thought
The animal jaguar.
a jaguar, you know, they thought in the mythology Maya, they thought when the sun set, the sun to became like a jaguar. You know, the jaguar lived during the night only. The night, they thought
I live in the light only, right?
on the nocturnal levels of the life. Underworld,
On the wall,
land,
land,
and the sky.
on the sky.
3 levels of the life.
Three level.
Remember the
Different.
Uh-huh.
On the wall,
Uh-huh.
on the wall,
See?
land,
Uh-huh.
and over the sky.
Exactly. Muy
Okay.
bien. Sí, sí, sí.
Yeah, I see. 자, 이 그 돌이 여기 이렇게 붙어 있는 것은 이걸 붙일 때 어떤 그 지금은 시멘트를 이용하잖아요. 돌이 접착제로서의 그런 것을 사용하는데 그때 당시에는 얘 돌을 데워서 뜨거운 물을 부은 다음에 여기다가 뭐 나무나 뭐 이렇게 믹스해 가지고 발라 가지고 뜨거운 열기로 인해서 이게 아마 붙는다고 제가 설명을 드렸는데 맞는지는 모르겠지만 어쨌든 그렇게 해서 얘가 움직이지 않고 이렇게 붙어 있는 지금까지도 수천 년 동안 이런 기술들은 정말 대단한 기술인데 지금은 시멘트로 해도 100년밖에 못 가잖아요. 1000년이 넘는 시간 동안 붙어 있는 것이 굉장히 경이롭고 그렇습니다.
표 끊는 입구에서 2시간에 4,000페소 달라는 가이드를 무리치고 다 올라와 가지고 1시간에 800페소 약 40불 주고 가이드 투어를 마치고요. 이제 저희끼리 또 이동해 보겠습니다. 제가 여기서 느낀 거는 지금도 불가능할 것 같은데 그 옛날에 이게 가능했다고 하는 것들입니다. 또한 거의 그 비슷한 그 스토리를 갖고 있는 앙코르와트를 연상하게 하거든요. 또 나무에 그런 그 정글에 가려져서 수천 년 후에 발견되는 그런 것들이 아마 비슷한 것 같습니다. 걷다가 힘들어가지고 물 한 잔 마시려고 커피 한 잔 하려고 했더니 커피가 없네 또. 아유,